What's up, everybody? What's going on? This video is going to be a short one, quick one, and the reason why I kind of sort of missed the whole bullish move that happened from the 44 level. So before that, I want to just tell you guys that please subscribe to the YouTube channel, share it, like it, so other people can see this type of trading with volume, and it's a very powerful indicator if you know how to use it. I don't really call it as far as an indicator goes. It's more of actual confirmation with price action, which is the volume coming in, the volume going out. Okay, so one thing is, so people know that I'm not, whoever's in Discord probably already knows this, but people outside on YouTube and everything like that knows that I'm not like trying to sugarcoat anything or make myself look good or anything like that. I do make mistakes, and I'm going to show I made a mistake, and I'm sure also I didn't make a mistake. One thing was on August 14th, you can see we were discussing about some crypto things, and then we brought up the subject about Bitcoin. And I said 45,000 is a key area where volume came in, and if it doesn't hold, there will be a more of a pullback at least to 44,000. This was on August 14th. So let's look at that. So on August 14th, we can see that right here. This is what I was discussing. I was telling people is we came to here. If it doesn't hold, we should see a pullback to the 44 areas, which is this. This was our key area that I called out before in the Discord. You can look at it and check it out. But the reason is I was talking about this was initially is because of on Bitcoin when it pushed up into these levels right here, we broke above this. We had high volume, a bad reaction close, increase in volume, but I wouldn't really call it a sign of weakness. Is because of the fact that it kind of closed a little bit too high. If it would have closed around here with a bearish reaction, then I would have considered this a sign of weakness, a very strong sign of weakness, but it wasn't. I called it out in the Discord. It was more of a profit taking. And we came back up again. We came retested this area, and more volume came in to sell off. They sold off again and brought price layer. And then, they retested, and then that's when I called it out. And I was talking about the whole on August 14th, as you can see right here. And this is what happened. We came to this level. We had an increase in volume. It was high for the day, correct. But the thing is, when you look at the previous 2 days, it wasn't enough. So we can look at it right here at 3 a.m. You had right here, this is what you want to look at, this right here. Pay attention to this area right here and you'll see. So you had 4.249, so let's call that 4.25. And then look at 3 a.m. We had 1.17. Look at 3 a.m. This is the second day. 3 a.m. right there. And right here you had 4.7. So clearly it is higher than this amount of volume right here. So that's not enough volume. On top of that, the reaction directly after that was not a bullish reaction, so I would not call that bull stepped into this area. But we did rise higher, okay? When we rise higher like this, when there's not enough volume, this means that bears are not interested in these prices to sell more, so they will leave price alone. We're talking institutions, we're talking smart money, we're talking big hedge funds, things like that. This is what I'm referring to, smart money, the ones that have the capital to move markets. And as we know, crypto is going into that stage of where there is lots of money coming into it, and they are able to move the markets now. It is not relying on retail traders to move the markets anymore. It is mostly about institutions, hedge funds, and so on that are moving crypto now. So as you can see, we had the push up and they let it push up. As soon as we came back up to retest this area, high volume kicked back in again to the bottom side. Of course, I would not be shorting this. If you had reactions with high volume and a bearish reaction, you can see on my previous videos where I will short something like that into zones. So this is what I would consider a zone. But the thing is there wasn't even this area right here wasn't considered a sign of weakness, but we did have a pullback. And again, I discussed it in the Discord just to show you guys that that is not something that I was really trying to show right now in this YouTube, where I'm telling you guys after the fact. This was before the fact. This was at 7 p.m. on August 14th when I actually said this. And as you can see, that time is around right here. And I clearly said to people that this area, if it doesn't hold, we should pull back to 44. We did that. And we came back into this area. Now I want to go here and I want to show the mistake that I did make. So this is the mistake that I made, and I told people that I will. Everybody who wants to join the VIP, you can do it through these links, or you can contact me directly. I mean, it's not that much money a month. It's more of, I'm trying to focus more about traders that are not lurking and traders that actually want to join the VIP section and learn more about how we trade. There's analyzing things, charts, everything like that in the VIP section, so you can see here. But yeah, anyways, let's go back to the actual thing that I made a mistake on. And I said I was going to make a video to show everybody. I'm going to make it here on YouTube, as everybody will notice. But yeah, so I actually made a mistake on this area right here where I said, if anyone asks you, just tell them volume isn't kicked in. I made the mistake where I did not notice this because of the fact of one thing. We came back, we retested this area, this 44,000 area right here. So if we come, this is how you would draw this out. You would draw out a zone from the close of the previous push down, the last one, to the low of the wick, and you extend it out. So it would look like this, and you extend out. I did not do this. I ignored the fact, made the mistake, and that's my fault. I will, anybody who wants to scrutinize me, go ahead. I mean, I'll admit to my mistakes. So I made the mistake, but I'm going to show you where you could have and why you could have took the trade. First things first is our initial push down into this area right here. All of this, we were having quick, reactions. So quick bullish reactions. Push down, wicks pushed up. Push down, wicks pushed up. And this was a sign that bulls are stepping into this area. Now, could price go lower? I would assume price should go lower based on the fact that it didn't hit into lower territory. So if this candle was actually started into this area right here, was pushed down, then pushed back up, so it would look something like this. It was, let's say it started right here, we had an open right here, we had a push down, and then a push back up, and a close like into this area right here with high volume, then I would consider something like that to actually be a sign of strength to come in. That actually did not happen, so that's why I kind of ignored it and I didn't pay attention to it. It comes with the territory and comes with why having a kind of trading group, a VIP trading group that people are all looking at different types of things, helps out a lot, because of course two heads are better than one. Now back to the charts again. So this was your first indication. Look what happened here. We had a push down into this area. This is considered high volume because we are above the average volume line. You can see that green line right there. We're above it, so it's considered high volume. But you had the actual confirmation and the fact that this happened at 2300 hour. And look at the volume over here again. We can see it. That is almost 3K. Look back at 2300. We can see it is clearly above that one. That's 1.5. Look back another day, and it's clearly above that as 1.5 as well. So this is 3K, so almost double the amount of volume that came in into that zone. Fake break into this zone, basically. But the reaction was the key. Look how much volume came in right here. On a pin bar, doji, whatever you want to call it, this candle right here had another high increase in volume. On top of that, this is why we could enter that trade, is because this is considered a low spread, high volume, higher than the previous candle push down. So that means there is a lot of bulls here that are buying. So now you can take a position on the fact of this, and then you enter for more of a swing trade position. And as you can see, this is what happened. Now, I do not predict, I just react. As of right now, as soon as we broke above this previous zone right here that it struggled to break above, which is on this candle right here, as you can see, we broke above it. So let's draw that out. We had right here. Let's just draw this out from right here like this. And right there, we broke above this. When we broke above this, we had the most amount of volume come in. But that does not mean that there was sellers coming in, because look at the reaction. The reaction was also increase higher prices, close bullish, and continue into higher prices without volume coming in also. Because this is how the game is played. If institutions are selling heavy into these areas, I'm not saying they're not taking profits. I'm not saying they're not selling, because if they were buying here, which was 99% sure they were buying into this zone right here, all of this, they would be taking profits into this area, into this area. Doesn't mean all their profits. So what happens is you'll get high volume reactions. But that does not mean they were shorting though. So I would not be shorting, but I would be possibly taking some profits again if you bought into this zone area right here. Would I be taking heavy profits? No, because there is bullish reactions to higher prices. There isn't high increases in volume into these higher prices. Look, we came into another high area price. This is not high volume. This is actually low volume, considering the fact of this average line, moving average that came in over here. It is not higher than it. So you can see, even though the reactions are bearish, this is more looking like it's going to consolidate into this area, maybe have a little small pullback, retest this area right here, this zone right here. If you have another increase in volume, I would look to go higher. One key factor is this candle right here. This amount of volume that came in is high, but to the downside, look at the reaction quickly right after that. That means that there was buying into this zone. Into this area right here, there was buying. Look at the bullish reaction. So again, trade this. If you're trading crypto, focus, pay attention heavily. People know me by now in Discord. I don't trade heavy crypto, but I do watch the charts and I do look at them. If you guys have any questions, leave in the comments below. Please share, like, subscribe, and peace out.